2025 brought shiny new releases, but smart riders are steering clear. These bikes promise freedom, yet deliver frustration. If you're even thinking about upgrading, this list could save you thousands. And stay tuned until the end. The last bike on this list might shock you most. Number 17. Harley-Davidson Street Glide 117. On highways from coast to coast, the Street Glide has long been the unmistakable silhouette in every rider's mirror. It has long been a symbol of cross-country freedom, commanding the respect of riders from coast to coast. For 2025, however, the familiar silhouette hides a reality that many seasoned riders are now questioning. The rising price tag has stretched beyond what even loyal owners consider fair, especially when the updates amount to little more than paint and trim changes. The Milwaukee 8 117 delivers 105 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque from 1,917 cubic centimeters, with many riders praising its smooth roll-on power and cooler running on extended trips. It offers the kind of relaxed muscle that makes highway cruising effortless. Braking is handled by four-wheel ventilated discs with electronic brake force distribution, while a telescopic fork and dual adjustable rear shocks keep handling stable and predictable. One longtime owner recalled riding through 3 states in a single weekend, praising its steady composure even when loaded down, though he admitted the rear can feel firm over broken pavement. Wet weight is 875 pounds, seat height sits at 26.1 inches, and the starting price is $28,499. One rider shared that he traded his 2020 model for the 2025, only to find the new price wasn't justified by the minor trim changes. He said, "It feels like Harley is charging me for the badge, not the bike." For decades, the Street Glide promised style and reliability. Today, rivals bring fresher technology, better comfort, and greater value, challenging tradition's appeal. From here, we shift to a machine that proves raw power means little when everyday usability takes a back seat. Number 16. Yamaha VMAX. From the moment you twist the throttle, the VMAX proves it was built for shock and awe. Known for its brutal acceleration and muscular stance, it carved its reputation as a straight-line powerhouse that demanded respect. Yet in 2025, the same qualities that once made it legendary now feel out of step with what most riders want. A 1,679 cubic centimeter V4 engine produces 170 horsepower and 113 pound-feet of torque, delivering what many owners describe as relentless acceleration without feeling harsh. One veteran rider shared how it carried him through a 1,000-mile weekend trip, pulling hard through mountain passes yet settling into an easy rhythm on the interstate. It blends long-distance stamina with the thrill of high-rev performance. Dual front discs and a single rear disc, paired with a full anti-lock braking system, provide dependable stopping power. An upside-down fork and twin rear shocks offer confident control, though a few riders report a firmer than expected ride. Wet weight is 683 pounds, seat height is 29.5 inches, and pricing starts at $17,999. Consumer survey feedback often points to limited fuel range. One owner said he had to stop nearly twice as often as friends riding comparable sport tours, turning a group trip into a hassle. Our focus now turns to a comfort-oriented model that demonstrates how strong intentions can still falter in execution. If you've made it this far, you've got strong opinions, and I want to hear them. Drop a comment below and tell me which bike you think earns its place here. And if you're enjoying this countdown, hit that like button so more riders see it. Number 15. Indian Springfield Dark Horse. There is a certain kind of rider who wants their touring machine to carry the air of authority without drowning in chrome. The Springfield Dark Horse speaks directly to that taste, offering the road presence of a heavyweight bagger while keeping the styling stripped and purposeful. This is a bike that makes its statement in motion, not by shouting for attention at the curb. It carries an 1,811 cubic centimeter Thunderstroke V-twin, producing 100 horsepower and 119 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs and a single rear disc work with a full anti-lock braking system for confident stopping, while a telescopic fork in the front and an air-adjustable rear shock allow riders to fine-tune comfort for varying loads. Wet weight is 844 pounds, seat height stands at 26 inches, and the starting price is $23,499. A positive rider story that contrasts price concerns. On a rider forum, a couple described how they rode Route 66 on the Springfield Dark Horse, praising the plush seat and steady ride. However, Consumer Reports data show reliability scores trailing behind Honda and Yamaha touring models. For those who want American heritage served with restraint, it delivers in full. We've prepared a list of the best riding gear and accessories to go with these bikes: helmets, jackets, luggage, and more. Check out the links in the description below. Number 14. Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Vaquero. Certain motorcycles age like fine whiskey. Others simply gather dust in the bottle. The Vulcan 1700 Vaquero is a touring cruiser that still carries the bones of a machine launched more than a decade ago. Its aggressive fairing and long, low stance make a strong first impression, but once the miles start adding up, it becomes clear that little has changed where it matters most. Riders who value modern refinement may find themselves left wanting. Among big-bore cruisers, this model features a 1700 cubic centimeter V-twin, producing 73 horsepower and 107 pound-feet of torque, earning praise from riders for its relaxed yet capable highway performance. Dual front discs and a single rear disc with a full anti-lock braking system handle stopping duties. Ride comfort comes from a telescopic fork paired with twin air-assisted shocks, though some riders report the setup feels soft when carrying a passenger or luggage. Wet weight is 845 pounds, seat height is 28.7 inches, and starting price is $19,299. One long-term Vaquero owner reviewed his 2025 model and admitted, "It's like riding my old 2012 with a new sticker price. The bones are solid, but the tech is a decade behind." Now let's shift to a bike offering room to spare, though its heft and cost can wear down even experienced riders. Number 13. Honda Rebel 1100T. Turning a familiar platform into a touring machine can be tempting, yet the Rebel 1100T proves it's easier said than done. Its compact proportions and urban-friendly manners work well for short rides, yet when pressed into long-distance duty, limitations become obvious. In the mid-sized cruiser category, it carries a 1,084 cubic centimeter parallel twin, producing 87 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque. Many riders praise its smooth throttle delivery for city cruising. Braking comes from a single large front disc and a rear disc with full anti-lock braking system. Comfort on longer rides benefits from a telescopic fork and twin rear shocks, though some owners mention the setup can feel firm over uneven pavement. One rider recalled how the bike handled a 3-state weekend trip without complaint, praising its stability in crosswinds. Wet weight is 520 pounds, seat height is 27.5 inches, and starting price is $11,399. On the open road, the Rebel 1100T stays composed, but its cramped riding position can fatigue taller riders. On a Rebel forum, a taller rider wrote that after just 200 miles, his knees felt locked, making him regret choosing the T for longer tours. Consumer Reports noted above-average owner satisfaction, but consistently low scores for long-distance ergonomics. We turn toward a performance-focused machine that finds itself without the eager audience it once commanded. Number 12. Indian Chief Dark Horse Loaded. Presence can't be manufactured, yet the Chief Dark Horse seems to have been built around it. Matte finishes, blacked-out hardware, and a low aggressive stance make it one of the most striking cruisers on the road. In its loaded form, it arrives with touring gear, premium trim, and modern tech, but also with a price tag that pushes it into territory where expectations rise sharply. For riders who measure value in long miles and lasting quality, that can become a sticking point. Among heavyweight cruisers, this model carries a 1,811 cubic centimeter V-twin, delivering 79 horsepower and 116 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs, paired with a single rear disc and full anti-lock braking system, provide confident stopping power in varied conditions. Ride quality is supported by a telescopic fork up front and a hidden rear shock under the seat, a combination many riders praise for balancing comfort with control. Wet weight is 765 pounds, seat height is 26 inches, and the loaded trim starts at $27,499. The Chief Dark Horse commands attention with its boulevard presence and deep rumble. However, storage is modest, wind protection limited, and fuel range trails touring rivals. A Consumer Reports reviewer said the Chief Dark Horse Loaded looks like a touring machine but acts like a short-haul cruiser. One owner echoed this after riding the Blue Ridge Parkway, saying the lack of storage forced him to strap bags onto the seat. Our journey continues with a bike that shows how design decisions can steer it away from the desires of seasoned riders. Number 11. Suzuki Hayabusa, 25th Anniversary Edition. Legends in motorcycling are rare, and the Hayabusa is one of them. For over 2 decades, it has been the poster bike for unrestrained speed and raw acceleration. The 25th Anniversary Edition arrives with exclusive paint, special badging, and a nod to its long history. Yet in 2025, this machine faces a market that has shifted toward lighter, more versatile, and more technologically advanced sport motorcycles. Beneath its aggressive styling sits a 1,340 cubic centimeter inline-4, delivering 187 horsepower and 110 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs and a single rear disc with full anti-lock braking system provide strong, predictable stopping performance. Riders note that its inverted front fork and rear link-type shock contribute to precise cornering without sacrificing comfort on longer rides. One owner recalled carving through a mountain pass with ease, then riding another 200 miles home without feeling worn out. Wet weight comes in at 586 pounds. Seat height stands at 31.5 inches, and the starting price is $19,599. When the road opens up, the Hayabusa delivers an intoxicating rush few bikes can match, yet its weight, stretched wheelbase, and aggressive ergonomics limit everyday comfort. One owner shared how, after a 3-hour ride, he needed a chiropractor appointment due to the aggressive lean-forward position. Consumer Reports highlighted this mismatch. Excellent performance scores, but poor ratings for daily usability. We now arrive at a model where heritage and technology meet, yet somehow leave the rider facing compromises instead of pure satisfaction. Number 10. Harley-Davidson Nightster Special. Aimed at introducing riders to the brand's DNA, the Nightster Special balances on the edge of charm and concession. It carries the modern Revolution Max styling cues and a compact, aggressive stance that will draw eyes in the dealership. Yet once you start adding necessary touring or comfort upgrades, the final price pushes far beyond what most would call an accessible Harley. For seasoned riders who know what long hours in the saddle demand, that can be a deal breaker. In the middleweight cruiser segment, this model runs a 975 cubic centimeter Revolution Max V twin, producing 90 horsepower and 70 pound-feet of torque. A single large front disc pairs with a rear disc and full anti-lock braking system for balanced stopping control. Many riders appreciate the predictability of its front telescopic fork and twin rear shocks, especially in city riding. Wet weight is 463 pounds, seat height is 27.8 inches, and the starting price stands at $15,499. In Consumer Reports' rider survey, most Nightster owners praised its city manners but admitted it wasn't a true touring machine. One owner said, "Great in traffic, terrible on the highway. After 2 hours, my back was screaming." Up ahead is a motorcycle that manages to balance composure and performance while still commanding attention on the road. Number 9. Ducati Desert X Rally. Adventure motorcycles often walk a fine line between rugged capability and everyday usability, and the Desert X Rally leans heavily toward the first. With tall suspension, aggressive geometry, and rally-inspired styling, it clearly wants to be in the dirt more than on the highway. For some riders, that single-minded focus makes it exciting. For others, it makes it an expensive specialty tool that spends more time looking ready for Dakar than actually covering miles. In the adventure-ready sport category, this machine carries a 937 cubic centimeter Testastretta L twin, delivering 110 horsepower and 68 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs work with a single rear disc and a full anti-lock braking system for precise control. One owner recalled how during a multi-day trip through mountain passes, the braking performance gave them the confidence to push harder into corners without fear of fading or instability. Riders often note the confidence inspired by its fully adjustable long-travel inverted front fork and premium rear shock, especially off-road. Wet weight comes in at 467 pounds. Seat height stands at 34.4 inches, and the starting price is $22,995. On rugged trails, the Desert X Rally excels, absorbing impacts and staying composed in loose technical terrain. Yet on pavement, wind buffeting, tall center of gravity, and a firm seat cause fatigue. Adventure riders rave about its dirt performance. One rider recounted blasting through Baja trails with ease, but admitted he dreaded the 200-mile highway ride home. Consumer Reports shows high owner satisfaction off-road, middling for long-distance comfort. From here, we look at a heavyweight that swaps long-haul dominance for a focus on sheer muscle and presence. Number 8. KTM 1290 Super Adventure R. For riders chasing extreme adventure capability, the Super Adventure R offers an impressive spec sheet and a bold presence. It is a motorcycle built with the idea that bigger, taller, and more powerful automatically means better. But in the real world, that extra height and output can be intimidating, especially for riders who split their time between pavement and dirt. In the high-performance adventure segment, this bike runs a 1,301 cubic centimeter LC8V twin, delivering 160 horsepower and 103 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs combine with a single rear disc and full anti-lock braking system for confident braking. Riders praise its long-travel adjustable front forks and rear shock for handling rough terrain with ease. Wet weight is 554 pounds, seat height reaches 35 inches, and the starting price is $20,999. On rugged trails, the Super Adventure R delivers stability, clearance, and power to conquer tough sections. Yet its size can overwhelm in technical terrain, and tall stance demands confidence. Consumer Reports logged reliability concerns with electronics on KTM adventure bikes. One rider wrote, "Best trail bike I've ever owned, but after 2 months the dash froze on me mid-ride in Utah. Dealer fixed it, but I lost confidence." Next on the list is a machine that blends heritage with cutting-edge performance into one commanding final statement. Number 7. Harley-Davidson Road Glide CVO. Long before the engine fires, the Road Glide CVO makes its presence known. With its bold shark nose fairing, premium finishes, and modern touring tech, it is a machine designed to dominate the boulevard and highway alike. Among premium touring motorcycles, this model features the Milwaukee 8 121 V-twin, 1,983 cubic centimeters, producing 115 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs pair with a single rear disc and a full anti-lock braking system for reliable stopping performance. Many riders commend its premium inverted front fork and adjustable rear shocks for delivering both comfort and control over long distances. Wet weight is 973 pounds, seat height stands at 26.7 inches, and the starting price is $44,999. Out on the open road, the Road Glide CVO commands attention with smooth power and rider aids for effortless miles, yet its bulk and cost limit practicality. On a Harley touring forum, one buyer admitted that while the Glide CVO rode like a dream on long trips, he sold it within a year because insurance, payments, and maintenance drained his wallet. Consumer Reports calls it luxury priced beyond value. The next bike proves lighter weight can still miss what seasoned riders truly want. Number 6. BMW R18 Transcontinental. This bike is a love letter to tradition on two wheels. It delivers the visual drama of a massive boxer engine framed by sweeping bodywork with a road presence that demands attention. Yet for all its style and comfort, its sheer scale and old-school design choices can make it feel like more show than substance for riders who prioritize agility and easy ownership. In the heavyweight touring category, this machine carries a 1,802 cubic centimeter air and oil-cooled boxer twin, producing 91 horsepower and 116 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs work alongside a single rear disc with a full anti-lock braking system for dependable control. Many owners note the smooth planted ride delivered by its telescopic front fork and rear shock with adjustable preload, particularly during extended highway cruising. Wet weight is 944 pounds, seat height is 29.1 inches, and the starting price is $25,999. On the highway, the R18 Transcontinental glides confidently, offering wind protection and plush comfort for all-day rides. In tight spaces, its size demands attention. Consumer Reports highlighted frequent complaints about its weight. One 65-year-old rider wrote, "Beautiful bike, smooth as butter on the highway, but I dropped it in my own driveway trying to park. Never happened in 40 years of riding." The next bike shows that blending heritage with technology can still tip toward compromise over perfection. Number 5. Triumph Rocket 3 GT. This bike doesn't just get noticed, it dominates every parking lot it rolls into. Its muscular stance and massive engine block leave no doubt that this is a machine built for raw presence. While it offers a thrilling blend of touring comfort and outrageous torque, that same brute strength can make it overwhelming for riders seeking something more approachable. Under the tank sits a 2,458 cubic centimeter inline three-cylinder engine producing 165 horsepower and 163 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs and a single rear disc, both with full anti-lock braking system, ensure strong and predictable stopping power. Riders appreciate the fully adjustable front fork and rear monoshock with a remote preload adjuster, which keep the bike composed under both aggressive acceleration and heavy loads. Wet weight is 764 pounds. Seat height measures 29.5 inches, and the starting price is $24,895. One rider reported taking his Rocket 3 GT coast to coast with zero complaints about stability, but admitted he constantly fielded questions from strangers about its massive engine. Consumer Reports riders love its wow factor but warn about overkill for practical use. The next machine proves performance and composure can coexist without losing commanding road presence. Number 4. Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Highway King. Some motorcycles arrive with an aura that feels like stepping back into a golden age of American touring. The Electra Glide Highway King channels that nostalgia while delivering the refinement today's riders expect. Its blend of retro styling and modern engineering makes it as comfortable on a cross-country run as it is turning heads at the local diner. A rider review on Consumer Reports captured the spirit, "I feel like I'm riding history." But in the same breath, he admitted that modern rivals had better navigation, infotainment, and luggage space. In the world of modern American touring machines, few strike a balance between classic style and contemporary comfort quite like this one. Riders often highlight its smooth power delivery and the way it settles into a steady rhythm on long stretches, making cross-state rides feel effortless. One owner shared how he rode from Chicago to Nashville in a single weekend, praising how the bike's relaxed ergonomics and steady handling left him ready to keep riding even after 8-hour days in the saddle. At its core is the Milwaukee 8 114V twin, producing 95 horsepower and 122 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs and a single rear disc work alongside a full anti-lock braking system to ensure confident stopping. A dual bending valve fork up front pairs with premium emulsion rear shocks featuring hand-adjustable preload, giving riders the ability to fine-tune their setup for varying conditions. Wet weight is 826 pounds, seat height measures 26.8 inches, and the starting price is $26,999. Number 3. BMW K 1600 Grand America. There are touring motorcycles that carry you across states, and then there are machines that make every mile feel like a first-class experience. The BMW K 1600 Grand America leans into the latter, blending European engineering precision with the kind of comfort that encourages days-long rides without hesitation. Owners on gave it top marks for comfort. One couple shared they completed a 3,000-mile journey through Europe without a single ache, calling it the closest thing to a couch on wheels. Long-distance riders looking for a blend of effortless power and refined comfort often find this touring machine hard to overlook. Owners frequently mention how its smooth delivery and composed nature make multi-day trips feel less like endurance tests and more like unhurried adventures. One rider shared how he rode from Chicago to Yellowstone in 3 days, carrying a passenger in full gear, and arrived without the usual aches, crediting the bike's balanced ergonomics and whisper-smooth engine for keeping fatigue at bay. Beneath the streamlined bodywork sits a 1,649 cubic centimeter inline-six engine producing 160 horsepower and 129 pound-feet of torque. Stopping performance comes from dual front discs and a single rear disc, supported by a full anti-lock braking system for consistent control. An advanced electronic suspension adjustment system works seamlessly with the chassis to adapt to changing road conditions, delivering a stable and predictable ride. Wet weight measures 825 pounds, seat height is 29.5 inches, and the starting price is $29,995. Number 2. Harley-Davidson Street Glide ST. There are machines built for display and there are machines built for the chase. The Street Glide St. Lives in the latter category, blending the familiar silhouette of a classic bagger with the heartbeat of a performance machine. It stands out with its stripped-down look, bronze accents, and aggressive stance that hints at its true capability. Driving this model is the Milwaukee 8 117 V-twin, displacing 1,923 cubic centimeters, producing 117 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs and a single rear disc, paired with a full anti-lock braking system, ensure confident and controlled braking. Many riders appreciate the balance provided by its dual bending valve, front fork, and rear emulsion shocks, which contribute to a stable and composed ride. Wet weight comes in at 829 pounds. Seat height measures 26.7 inches, and the starting price is $29,999. One long-haul owner recalled riding through gusty desert crosswinds, saying the suspension kept the bike planted without sacrificing comfort. Consumer Reports reliability scores were solid, but owners complained about high maintenance costs. One rider put it bluntly, "Fast, fun, but at $30,000 every oil change feels like a car payment." If you're serious about making smarter motorcycle choices, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and join a community of riders who know the difference between hype and real performance. You won't want to miss the deep dives, reviews, and truths we have coming next. Number 1. Harley-Davidson CVO Road Glide Limited. Certain motorcycles feel like a destination, where power, comfort, and legacy meet in perfect balance. The CVO Road Glide Limited is that culmination, crafted for riders who demand the finest that Harley-Davidson has to offer. Its sweeping lines, premium finishes, and commanding presence set it apart before you even fire up the engine. Beneath the frame sits the Milwaukee 8 117 V-twin, displacing 19,000 cubic centimeters and producing 105 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque. Dual front discs and a single rear disc, combined with a full anti-lock braking system, deliver strong and reliable stopping power. One owner shared that during a fully loaded downhill run in the Rockies, the brake stayed steady and fade-free, giving him complete confidence in the machine's control. Many owners highlight the confident handling delivered by its high-performance front fork and premium rear shocks, noting improved comfort on long touring days. Wet weight registers at 982 pounds, seat height is 29.9 inches, and the starting price is $44,899. What truly elevates the CVO Road Glide Limited is its long-distance mastery. The wind-cutting shark nose fairing shields you from fatigue on extended rides, while heated grips, a plush seat, and the boombox infotainment system transform every mile into a refined experience. For those who measure success not just by speed but by the smoothness of the journey, this machine offers the perfect balance. It is more than the top of this list. It is the definition of Harley-Davidson excellence. On Consumer Reports, the CVO Road Glide Limited scored well for satisfaction but poorly for value. One owner wrote, "It's the Cadillac of motorcycles, smooth, luxurious, and powerful, but I could have bought a real Cadillac for less." If you enjoyed this countdown and it sparked ideas for your next ride, don't let the conversation end here. Drop a comment with your favorite pick or the one you think we missed. Hit that like button to show your support, and if you haven't already, subscribe so you never miss our deep dives into the machines that move us. Until next time, ride safe, ride proud, and keep chasing the horizon.